On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, it's about optional chaining in TypeScript. We will explain in detail how to use optional chaining with actual code examples. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. Optional chaining in TypeScript is a useful feature for accessing properties of deeply nested objects or arrays. This feature prevents errors when accessing non-existent properties, allowing you to write concise and readable code. The optional chaining operator returns undefined when accessing an object property or method that doesn't exist. This allows the code to continue running without throwing an error if the property doesn't exist. For example, when accessing properties of a nested object as shown below, an error occurs if the property does not exist using the usual method. In this case, an error will occur if address does not exist. Optional chaining can be used to prevent this. Using optional chaining avoids errors and returns undefined instead when properties do not exist. Optional chaining can be used in various scenarios, such as property access, function calls, and array access. We will explain how to use each of these. You can safely access nested properties of objects. This code uses optional chaining to access the city and country properties only if the location property exists on the company object. Optional chaining can also check for the existence of a function before calling it. This code uses optional chaining to safely invoke the greet function only if it exists. No error occurs even if the function is undefined. Optional chaining can be applied to arrays to check if elements exist. This code accesses array elements only if team members exists, returning the value for existing indexes and undefined for non-existent ones. Optional chaining returns undefined, but sometimes this is not sufficient. In this case, the nullish coalescing operator, introduced in TypeScript 3.7, can be used to provide default values for null or undefined. When combined with optional chaining, you can write even more flexible code. When using optional chaining, it's important to keep the following points in mind. Using optional chaining on properties or methods that are guaranteed to exist can make your code unnecessarily verbose. It's best used only when the existence of the accessed target is uncertain. Overusing optional chaining can make it harder to notice typographical errors that result in accessing unintended properties. Perform proper type checks and use it cautiously. Optional chaining in TypeScript provides concise code while avoiding errors when accessing deeply nested objects or arrays. In addition, combining it with the nullish coalescing operator allows you to set default values and create more flexible logic. When used appropriately, it can significantly improve code safety and readability. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate your support by subscribing to the channel.